Kolbrin Bible, Book 6, Book of Morals and Precepts, Chapter 27, Honesty. Much of the book is to develop your moral code. Avoid using it to judge others. Kolbrin Bible, Book 6, Book of Morals and Precepts, Chapter 27, Honesty. NPR 27:1. Honesty is a virtue of the real man, for he is honest in all things, and not least with himself. No man is so deceitful as he who deceives himself, and no form of deceit is so common. NPR 27:2. Even the weakling, if he be honest with himself, takes a step towards manliness. NPR 27:3. My children, remember that honesty always pays its due reward, although this may not always be readily apparent. In fact, this non-apparency is necessary in the greater scheme of things. This thought alone brings consolation to the heart of an old man in these evil days when honesty is an unfashionable gem. NPR 27:5. Better is it to be a beggar walking with God in the austerity of honesty than a rich man safely sheltered in a comfortable dwelling, whose countenance is hardened and whose soul is fearful. NPR 27:10. The honest man gains approval of others, and to be held in high regard by men is better than riches laid up in the treasure house. But honesty is a thing of the heart, and not always obvious. Only the Spirit knows the intention. The motives written in the heart of men are too often misread. NPR 27:11. If a scribe or official never be bribed to make an erasure on the registers or add that which is not there, for this is an abomination. Write only that which is true, for the hand that holds the pen becomes the mouth of veracity. NPR 27:12. It is bad for the people when there is dishonesty among the lowly, but it is a calamity when it is found among those in high positions. NPR 27:14. Honesty does not necessarily bring its own reward on earth. The true reward of honesty is the unperceptible strengthening of the soul. NPR 27:15. Real men are honest for the sake of honesty. It is in their nature. Weaklings are hypocritically honest because of the reward reaped for a reputation for honesty. Only the Spirit is not deceived. NPR 27:16. Honesty and prosperity comes easily. Adversity and disaster alone can determine the true honesty of a man. For this reason, among others, affliction, calamity, and distress beset the life of man. They are not sent capriciously. NPR 27:17. The law decrees that honesty shall not always serve the best interest of men on earth. This is not because the test has found honesty wanting, for honesty has served its end. The test decided whether a man would be honest for the sake of his soul. The law also decrees that if a man be not honest on earth, his soul shall carry the scars of his dishonesty forever. If your focus is on doing the right thing, even if it keeps something you want from you, often, eventually you get much, if not more, than you possibly thought you could. A few, however, will take that risk, and reality is, no one can promise a great outcome, or even a sufficient outcome. You should do it because it is the right thing, and that you understand you cannot live with yourself in your old age, when all the glory is behind you and your expiration date draws close. You will have to spend a lot of time with your own thoughts when you get older. Too many today want others to distract them, are afraid to be alone. I suggest that is because deep down they are afraid they will have to listen, finally, to the voice within that knows full well all they did that was wrong. will have a cost. By then, often you will notice the seeds planted by society, and those that always did what was right, regardless of personal consequences, could at least understand they did their best. It hurts to see suffering in others, but God must teach humility. The best we can do is reach old age with as few regrets as possible. If you're lucky, regardless of your parents' mistakes, you will have gained wisdom, so those regrets will be short.